going on, everyone? My name is Jemiah McKinney, or you can just call me Juice because that is my nickname. For those of you that do not know, I just dropped a Michael Jordan video not too long ago talking about if he could have played Major League Baseball, if he put his mind to it. Be sure to check that out. And the reason why I mentioned that is because this video right here and that video as well as a couple other videos, I talked about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. I've made a video about that. I've done some Last Dance recaps. Be sure to check that out on YouTube and podcasting platforms. Just type in Juice Alert, Michael Jordan, you will find it. Alright. But the reason why I wanted to kind of make a quote-unquote announcement that I'm making a Michael Jordan video and that I made a Michael Jordan video is because this is one of the last Michael Jordan videos that I am ever going to make. Okay, and I didn't make too many before that just because, honestly, there's not much to talk about when it comes to Michael Jordan. There really isn't. If Michael Jordan makes the headlines the next, month or so from now, then yeah, maybe I might talk about him on here. But as far as comparing Michael Jordan to other basketball players, as far as questioning if he is the greatest basketball player of all time, comparing him to LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I'm sorry, I love those guys, but it's not even close. Michael Jordan is by far, easily, not even close. He's by far the greatest basketball player to have ever lived, and like I said, it's not even close. And honestly, I think it's kind of disrespectful to compare players to Michael Jordan. So that's one of the reasons why I'm no longer going to be making Michael Jordan videos that much more. I do believe it's fun to, talk about LeBron James' legacy versus Michael Jordan's legacy, Kobe Bryant's legacy versus Michael Jordan's legacy, but there's no argument, guys. There's no argument out there. I don't understand how you can think that someone else besides Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, okay? Listen, LeBron James is great, but he was never the scorer that Michael Jordan was. He's not as skilled, okay? Didn't have the mid-range shot that Michael Jordan had. Wasn't a better defender than Michael Jordan at his peak. Wasn't as clutch. And again, LeBron James has played 2 more seasons of NBA basketball than Michael Jordan up to this point. And he has yet to accomplish as much as Michael Jordan. Okay, Michael Jordan has 6 NBA Finals wins, and LeBron James has 6 NBA Finals losses. What are we talking about here, guys? Not even close. Kobe Bryant, he's got 1 MVP. Michael Jordan has 5 of those things, all right? Michael Jordan was more efficient than Kobe Bryant from the field. Kobe Bryant lost to the Boston Celtics in his prime in the NBA Finals. Michael Jordan has never lost in the NBA Finals. Case closed. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he actually has a pretty good resume, but at his peak, he was never as good as Michael Jordan. Okay, he's not quite as talented as Michael Jordan, even though I do think the sky hook is pretty darn hard to stop. Okay, I would say that sky hook is deadly, okay? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has won 6, MVPs. He's won 6 championships. I get that, but does he have 6 finals MVPs like Michael Jordan? Was he the undisputed best player on his championship team every single time he entered the NBA Finals? The answer is no. Is he undefeated in the NBA Finals? The answer is no. Okay? And I get that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the all-time leading scorer, but that is mainly due to longevity. If Michael Jordan played as long as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, his numbers would be far and away better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Case closed. After that, Magic Johnson lost to Michael Jordan in the NBA Finals. He was never as good as Michael Jordan was at his peak. So case closed, okay? And again, as far as making the case for Michael Jordan being the GOAT, I use this football analogy every single time when I bring up the Jordan is the GOAT debate, okay? Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion. I understand that Joe Montana was pretty good, Peyton Manning was pretty good, but they're not Tom Brady. They're not the greatest of all time. Tom Brady's the greatest. But see, the main reason why people argue that Tom Brady is the GOAT is due to his accomplishments. Now, I think that Tom Brady, as far as a thrower of the football goes, he doesn't get as much credit as he should. I do believe that his physical tools are underrated. But see, I actually watch these games. And I can't make the argument that at Tom Brady's peak, I can't make the argument that he was better as a natural talent and a thrower of the football than Aaron Rodgers, than Peyton Manning. And heck, even nowadays, Patrick Mahomes. There are several quarterbacks that dominated the sport a little bit better at their peak than Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers throws a better football than Tom Brady. Peyton Manning is a more talented quarterback than Tom Brady, in my opinion, okay? There's a lot of quarterbacks more talented than Tom Brady. And see, Tom Brady, he won 3 of his rings mainly as a game manager that was big on third down. What people fail to realize is that before 2007, when Tom Brady threw those 50 touchdown passes to Randy Moss, people were actually questioning Tom Brady. They were wondering if he could continue to carry the Patriots franchise. And Michael Jordan was always dominating the sport. Outside of 2007, when has Tom Brady at his peak been the most dominant guy in the league? That's my whole thing. Michael Jordan, from the day he got in the NBA as a rookie, was dominating the sport. That's not the case. That was not the case with Tom Brady. Tom Brady was not one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football when he stepped foot in the NFL when he first got there. He wasn't dominating the sport right off the bat. He developed into being this dominant figure that throws for a bunch of touchdowns and wins 3 MVPs. But Michael Jordan's rookie year, the guy averaged 28 points per game. Okay, he led the Chicago Bulls to the playoffs his rookie year. A lot of, LeBron James fanboys and Bron-sexuals say, oh, LeBron James has never lost in the first round. Well, guess what? LeBron James didn't make the playoffs until his 3rd season. Carmelo Anthony made the playoffs in his 1st season, but no one wants to talk about that. But either way, in Michael Jordan's 3rd season in the NBA, okay, in his 3rd season, the guy averaged 37 points per game. Tom Brady was not leading the league in touchdown passes his 3rd season in the NFL. And so the thing that I'm trying to get at right here is that, okay, we get it. Tom Brady, as far as longevity goes, he wins that argument over a lot of guys. As far as accomplishments goes, he wins that argument over a lot of quarterbacks. As far as dominance and how talented he was, Tom Brady was talented. He's put up a lot of numbers, no doubt, but he doesn't always win that argument. That is why I will always listen to a little bit of the arguments when it comes to, okay, Peyton Manning might be better than Tom Brady. Joe Montana might be a little bit better than Tom Brady. Simply because I think that some of those guys at their peak were more talented and dominated the sport better than Tom Brady did. But see, Michael Jordan dominated the sport and he has the accomplishments. That's untouchable right there, in my opinion. And once Michael Jordan got Scottie Pippen by his side, he never looked back. And we can look at Horace Grant. He was a solid player, but he only had 1 All-Star appearance in his career. Tony Kukoc never made an All-Star game in his career. Dennis Rodman was a 2-time NBA All-Star, but not a 5-time, not a 10-time All-Star. He actually did not make an All-Star team when he was with the Bulls. B.J. Armstrong has 1 All-Star game appearance. All Michael Jordan needed was Scottie Pippen. That was the only true All-Star and really dominant player that Michael Jordan had at his side. Just give him 1 good All-Star that's in his prime, and Michael Jordan is going to dominate the league and not look back. Michael Jordan did not have to join 2 other All-Stars and #1 options on their previous teams in Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. He didn't have to do what Kevin Durant did, joining Steph Curry, joining Klay Thompson. Kevin Durant didn't get done with Russell Westbrook, okay? So all I'm trying to say is that Michael Jordan never had to go join a bunch of All-Stars to win titles. He just needed the 1 guy by his side, and he will take you there. LeBron James had Dwayne Wade, okay, who was a guy that won a championship on his own. He had Chris Bosh by his side. Chris Bosh was a 20-point-per-game scorer and #1 option in Toronto. Kevin Love was a #1 option in Minnesota before he started to decline a little bit. Kyrie Irving is one of the 5 best point guards of his era, okay? Kevin Durant had a bunch of help. Kobe Bryant, I could argue, had more help than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan never had a Shaquille O'Neal by his side to win titles. I'm just saying. So Michael Jordan has the talent, he's got the accomplishments, and he has the invincibility aura tied to his resume. Because when Michael Jordan was in his prime, who knocked him off truly? Who knocked him off? And by the way, can we please stop saying that Michael Jordan played in a watered-down NBA? Oh, stop it. You guys wouldn't be saying that if Michael Jordan got knocked off by one of these guys. How about we just admit the fact that he was so much better than everyone else that it wasn't even close? How about we admit the fact that the Pacers and the Knicks and the Jazz and all these teams that faced him, I could go on and on, that all these great teams that faced him, how about we just admit the fact that they were going to come up short simply because they did not have Michael Jeffrey Jordan on their team. Point blank, period, plain and simple. All right? And then all you LeBron James fanboys that argue for LeBron James being the GOAT fail to realize that LeBron James played in a watered-down Eastern Conference. The best competition he faced was Roy Hibbert and Paul George and the Indiana Pacers when he was in the Eastern Conference. If he was in the Western Conference his entire career, he would not make 8 straight NBA Finals. And again, LeBron James has made it to more NBA Finals than Michael Jordan. And guess what? He somehow has still not found a way to win more than Michael Jordan as far as NBA Finals go. Michael Jordan never allowed an NBA Finals series to go to a 7th game. Let that sink in. Once again, not even close. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. He was 6-0 in the NBA Finals. He three-peated twice. Magic Johnson never three-peated. Larry Bird never three-peated. LeBron James never three-peated when he had a great Miami Heat team. As great as Kevin Durant was in Golden State, unfortunately, he was, knocked down due to injuries. He never three-peated. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant three-peated. But the gap between those two guys as players is not that wide in my opinion. I think that Kobe Bryant's a top 5 player of all time. Shaquille O'Neal definitely in the top 10. Scottie Pippen was not a top 10 player of all time. And did they win 6 championships together like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen? I don't think so. So the point I'm trying to make is that it's not close, guys. Stop comparing players to Michael Jordan. This guy is arguably the clutchest basketball player of all time. He's right up there with Kobe Bryant. He's right up there with any clutch player in history. He's one of the clutchest athletes of all time. And a lot of people got mad at Michael Jordan for, kind of being harsh on his teammates at times. And I get it. Would I have liked Michael Jordan to be a little bit more soft and sympathetic to his teammates? Yeah, probably. But guess what? He got the most out of his teammates. He has that alpha dog in him. He's a natural born leader. And Michael Jordan is going to get the best out of you. He made Scottie Pippen into the player that he was. He groomed him. He toughened him up. Michael Jordan was the driving force for those championship teams. And once he got a solid head coach in Phil Jackson, and once he got just one All-Star in his prime, he never looked back. Michael Jordan's resume is unmatched. He's the greatest basketball player in NBA history, and no one is going to change my mind about that. It's not even close, honestly. I understand that LeBron James has to be respected. I understand that Kobe Bryant has to be respected. Same with Kareem. Same with Larry Bird. Same with Magic Johnson. But Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, and it ain't close at all. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juice Alert Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. and I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juice Alert Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.